What's up guys, so in today's video we are going to be changing the mass airflow pipe. In the last video we realised the seal where it goes onto the turbo was split, and then the reason why it was split was the plastic around the seal was actually warped due to the heat of the turbo. We're also going to get around to change the cabin filter, which we didn't get to change in the last video, and we're going to put some new side lights on it because these ones are horrendously yellow. Right, so we're going to start off by removing these inlet pipes here. They connect to the bottom of the air filter housing down the bottom, and you just literally put your hand in, pull them off, just like that, they're undone. And then we're going to go ahead and start taking apart the air filter housing. We don't need to actually split the air filter housing, we just need to loosen it off so we can get this mass airflow pipe out and free to move so we can fit the new one on. I used an E10 female Torx bit to remove the filter housing bolts. I then used a 7mm socket to loosen off the Jubilee clips. So it turns out the wind doesn't agree very well with the microphone on this. The only difference between what I've done in this video and the previous video, which was the engine service, is we have to disconnect the sensors on the mass airflow pipe. Okay, so this is the old mass airflow pipe. If you look down here you can see where the plastic's warped. We actually did try and put a new seal on it, but just because of the plastic being warped and heated up and stuff, it just cracked the second we tried to put it on and split the new seal. So we're just going to go ahead and fit a whole new, full brand new unit to it, and hopefully that should sort the problem. Okay, so you might have realised in the video when I was taking this off, I actually took off more sensors than I needed. I'll show you the two that you actually need to take off. There's only two on the mass airflow pipe. I took off the one for the filter and the one for the oil drip feed for the turbo. We're now going to fit the new one. I'll show you where the new one is in the box around here. So if you come around here, we didn't actually have access to the workshop today, so this is what we're working with. We've got the toolbox working out the back of the car, and we've got a brand new mass airflow pipe in the box, so we're just going to go ahead and fit that now. Right, so I don't actually know the correct method of doing this. I did get hold of a whiz document that's supposed to tell you, but it didn't give a definitive way of how you're going to do it. So I've wet the seal on the inside of here just because you don't want to fit a dry seal, and we're just going to try and connect it loosely to either air filter, and then hopefully it pushes on and we don't snap the plastic again or split the seal. So give it a go. Resorted to doing is just completely removing the intake pipes, as the bottom of them was infringing on here. These are quite tricky to get back into the little clips on the bottom and lined up with the holes on top, so just removed them, put them on the floor down there. Just going to continue and try and get these lined up. What I did realise is these, what's a good way of doing this, pull the filter completely out, put it in once so the Jubilee clip is actually stretched around to the correct shape of the filter housing, and then we can go around, it'll slide on a lot easier. Once you've then got this clipped in, I can then slide it back in. This bolt is actually really hard to fit. It comes out with a little shoulder on it as well. I don't know if that's because the rubber inside's perished or feels like it's supposed to stay on the bolt. But the way I put this on, get a stick magnet, put it on the end, and then I can feed it into the hole.
As I push this, and then pull it.
And it's in the hole, and you've not dropped it down your engine. Right, we've now got both the air filters with both bolts in secured and in both the securing lugs at the bottom. It's now just a case of tightening up the Jubilee clips and connecting the two sensors, and it should be good to go. Last thing we're going to do is obviously connect the inlet pipes to the air filter. Literally just a case of sliding it on, it clips on like that, and then onto here, and make sure you've got a good clip and they're good to go. Right, mass airflow pipe done. We're now going to do the side lights. I'll just try and get a quick video of what the side lights look currently, so you can see a before and after film of what they are. They're basically just changing them because they just look a bit yellow, and nobody likes yellow side lights or headlights. It just looks really dated. I mean, the car is quite dated, but we're just trying to make it look a bit better. Right, so I've just changed the side light bulbs to these brighter LED lumen bulbs. If anyone can help me with this, I've put them in and they just stay ever so slightly on when they're inside. Like, car's off, all the lights are off, all the power's off, the bulbs are still slightly on. When I go and turn this on, headlights, that's not the headlights are not turned on, the keys are in my pocket. So I turn the headlights on, look. Don't know if you can see that, if you just saw that. The side lights have changed, flash. Look, you just see them flashing on randomly for no apparent reason. I don't know if I need a resistor or something like that, but if anybody's got any ideas as to why this is doing this, or if they know how to fix it, just let me know in the comment section below. Unfortunately, we ran out of daylight and Jenna was complaining she was too cold, so we're going to have to wait till we get the next video up and running to get that cabin filter in. Airflow pipe. In the last video we found out the seal was split where it mounts onto the turbo, and we're also going to get through to changing the cabin filter, which we didn't get to do in the last video, and we're not doing anything else, are we?